Are we gonna have a shit day? Yes.
We've all just discovered you need to be in long trousers for the Iranian border. So
Let's hear about the white socks combination.
it's now what, 8 o'clock in the morning. It's already too hot in these. So we'll check in again at midday and see who's alive still. Jake, maybe that's how you die today. Okay, so we're on our way to the Iranian border, and Daniel was doing about 60 miles an hour, 100 kilometers an hour.
We just got up to 60. We've been like slowly accelerating.
Yeah.
We still don't really trust the roads that much.
We're following the car in front, and then once we hit about 60 miles an hour, the car started slowly kind of snaking side to side, and then just getting more and more and more and more. To the point where like we could have, I mean we would have, if it was any later, if you had stopped accelerating any later, we would have like spun, I think. So we pulled over to the side, and then Connor and Jack jumped out to have a look at it, and the rear suspension had come out, which we're not sure if that's why the car was kind of snaking side to side. The steering wheel, this is also how you hold the steering wheel to make the car go straight. So
this is straight right now.
That could be part of the reason, and the rear suspension coming off could also be part of the reason. So as soon as we get to Iran, we're going to take it straight to a mechanic and see what we can get done to it.
So yeah, we're just crawling along at about 60 kilometers an hour, 40 miles an hour at the minute, just to
make sure we don't
die.
There's a number of times we all thought we were going to die up once.
Our rally enthusiasm has returned a bit from last night. It was at an all-time low.
We're in Iran. Hot as.
Why do people, like, I don't understand why people live here. Like, it's just too hot. Why don't they just move somewhere fucking cooler?
Daniel's having a bit of a nightmare.
And I'm like in the sun here.
Jake, how are you feeling?
I feel like it's like no shade.
See, Jake's doing alright.
I'm like directly in the sun, my arms like already fucking peeling off.
We spent not actually that long at the border.
About 3 hours.
Yeah, we expected it to be a lot busier and a lot more chaotic at the border, but it was actually fine.
We got ripped off, like...
Ripped off in a big way. $570 for the Khanye.
And it was meant to be $350.
Which is like, Khanye is like a insurance maybe that you need to drive through Iran. It's to promise that you can, that you're going to leave Iran with the car. But
it's not a deposit.
Yeah, we could have got it beforehand at about the same price, but we heard from teams in previous years that you could kind of go up to the border, get it yourself, and it'd be a bit cheaper, so we tried it and it was not a bit cheaper.
And you need to put like a £5,000 deposit in to get your Khanye beforehand?
If you want to get it in Europe. Yeah. Otherwise you can send a lot of money to some Iranian man called Hussein, and
he may or may not
hope for the best. So I think ours went quite well. We were expecting to be there for a lot longer. We've heard from other teams that just went up to the border to get the Khanye themselves, that they spent like 20 hours at the border. So
yeah, the woman at the passport control said you might be here till tomorrow.
So it was like, we've done really well. Although we're still waiting in this queue to pick up the papers that we paid $580 for, so...
fingers crossed. We also need to find an Iranian mechanic to fix our rear suspension, because that's still fucked.
So from last night, we did get the tyre bashed back into place and refilled with air, which is good. But our rear suspension on the driver's side has popped out, so we need to get that welded on and ideally get the steering wheel straightened up. So apart from that though,
it's too fucking hot. We are here in Bars again, trying to get our rear suspension fixed. You can't see him on the camera, but he's not there, but there's a guy who should be here, and he's making some stuff, making some metal. So hopefully that'll get fixed and we can catch up with everyone, because they've all left. But we're here with our tour guide, Ahmed. He's on the phone somewhere. He's in the background, wandering about. Seems like a good bloke. Yeah, this is meant to take about an hour. That was like some time ago. This is Hamid. Hamid.
Hello.
This is Hamid. Yeah, he's our tour guide for all the time we're in Iran.
It was great pleasure to see these nice guys. Hope to have you here one day.
He's such a nice guy. But yeah, hopefully we finish this. And then it's an 8-hour drive to Astara, which is Hamed's hometown by the Caspian Sea.
The lighting makes the hotel room look sketchier than it is, but we are... hang on a minute. We've now been awake for 22 hours. Daniel's in bed now.
Oh.
And Daniel has been driving for
Like
12 hours now. We've
No,
made...
actually, because we started at fucking like 9 AM. So I've been driving for like...
Oh yeah, we've been driving for 12 hours in Turkey. We've been driving for...
No, 12 hours in Iran.
in Iran even.
But then before that, we started at like 9 AM. But then we gained some hours and that's... I don't know, man. Like, too long.
We've been driving for a very long
Like
time.
17 hours probably. Probably driven for like 17 or 18 hours.
We managed to get our insurance and everything for Iran. The border went kind of smooth. We weren't there for that long at all.
Yeah, it only took about 3 hours.
Yeah, but we still had to drive for a very long time up to
Astara?
Astara?
We're in
Astara.
Astara. It's on the Caspian Sea.
And I mean, we're in the dark, but it seems like it's nice enough. I can't really remember what else happened today.
I don't know, the roads were fucking mental as fuck.
The roads were mental as fuck. We're going to do a series called Near-Death Experiences in Iran because it's absolutely
It is like fucking wacky
insane.
races, man.
It's
like it just is.
absolutely mental. And we also got our first speeding ticket. Well, we also
We almost did.
got out of our first speeding ticket. Daniel was doing 97 in a 95 kilometre an hour zone and they pulled us over. But then Hamid, our tour guide, managed to bribe them. I don't know how much he gave them. We never really got that far, but he bribed them out of it. I did start recording it while it happened, but then the battery died, and it was just it's been a long day. Daniel's absolutely wired because he's had like too many Pro Pluses, more Pro Pluses than you're meant to have in 8 hours. And
I've broken through. We did nearly die like quite a few times. And yeah, I was definitely the most Iranian of the drivers.
yeah, we're getting compliments off of the tour guides for being the best drivers.
But that also, the best driver basically just means the most reckless driver.
And the best driver means the worst driver.
Not the worst, just the most like, cause actually, I was driving pretty well.
It was okay today. You're going pretty tame for the roads that you were on. You kind of had to, otherwise you'd die.
Yeah, exactly, or we'd be like fucking 10 miles behind, because we had to keep up with the tour guide as well, that was the thing. Like, because we were following him and his brother-in-law in this car, and they were like flying along, so I had to try and keep up with them, which was, I mean, but we managed it.
Now we're going to go to bed. Well, we're going to the beach tomorrow and we don't have to wake up until midday, so we're not going to wake up until midday, so we'll see you at midday.
Yeah, because by the way, it's 5 AM.
Oh yeah, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. We got up at, yeah, 7 o'clock. So 22 hours. Okay. Midday tomorrow. Any last words?
No.
Perfect. Cut.